Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking all about drones. The different price categories, the types of drones that you can buy, the types of drones that you can make, and everything in between. Now when you hear someone say drone, this is probably the first thing that pops into your mind. A DJI Phantom or a Parrot Bebop. And these are consumer grade drones. They are made for aerial video taking. So they have inbuilt stabilization, an inbuilt gyro stabilization that allows you to fly around, get really nice aerial photography. Here's some examples of the shots that I found online. Now these for the most part come ready to fly out of the box. You literally just have to take them out of the box, charge up the batteries, update the firmware, and then you can literally just put them up in the air and they're pretty much set for video taking. Now a few examples of manufacturers who make these kinds of drones are people like Unique, GoPro, DJI, Parrot. The list goes on and on forever, but those are just a few examples of some of the more well-known manufacturers of quadcopters that allow you to take aerial photography. Now something like a GoPro Karma or a DJI Phantom or a DJI Mavic usually take up the same price bracket, which is about $1,000. So depending on how new the model is, say a DJI Phantom 4 compared to a Phantom 3, the Phantom 4 will cost more because it's more advanced, it has more advanced technology built in, but it'll still be around the same price category from $800 to $1,000. Now a few examples of more consumer-friendly drones that are less suited for the professional photographer and more suited to the general flyer is something like a Parrot AR drone or a Parrot Bebop. These are also video taking platforms. They can take good aerial photography, though they don't have the same built-in capabilities as something like a DJI Phantom or a Unique Typhoon, but they do provide hours of fun for people who just want to get into the air for a relatively low price and just to fly around, check out the area and get decent photography shots. Now this isn't the only way that people can get good aerial photography. Now what a lot of people have been doing in recent times is building their own aerial platforms. And the advantages of this include being able to customize it to suit exactly your needs. So to carry the kind of camera you want it to carry, to perform the way you want it to perform in the air, to be able to change firmwares and to edit the software within the flight controller to make it fly exactly how you want it to. Now this is an example of a drone that's been built by an individual to suit his specific needs. It does have a camera gimbal, it's powered by an autopilot system, it has GPS built in so he can set waypoints in the software and then just let the drone fly around by itself to take shots, aerial shots, without even having to control it using a radio. I've flown it myself and it's nowhere near as loud as some other platforms that have much smaller props that have to rotate really quickly to get the thing up in the air. Now this is something you might be interested in doing. Instead of going out and buying a pre-built quadcopter, you may choose to just make one by yourself. Although there are risks and challenges to this, you have to buy specific components, you have to know which components can work with certain other components, you need to think about batteries, you need to think about flight controllers. Now there are specific risks and challenges to making your own quadcopter. For example, troubleshooting when components don't work, knowing which components to buy in the first place, and being able to program the thing. Although there are tons of resources on YouTube, tons of GitHub blogs that'll actually teach you how to program autopilots or Pixhawks that will allow you to actually create a really nice aerial platform. You will have a great time. It's a great learning experience, by the way. So if this is something you're interested in, it might just be the way to go. Now you have to keep in mind that only certain flight controllers are even capable of creating a stable aerial platform for aerial photography. Now something like a Maze 32 wouldn't be recommended for this kind of purpose because it doesn't have the layers of redundancy. You can't program it to set waypoints so that the drone can literally just fly itself and take pictures on its own. Now you would rather go with an autopilot or a Pixhawk that's been built specifically for these kind of applications. Now a type of drone that's been gaining popularity in recent times is the FPV racing drone or the FPV acro drone, where a board camera mounted to the nose of the drone would actually stream video into a pair of goggles that you can wear over your eyes to let you see exactly what the drone is seeing. Now this allows you to see what the drone is seeing as you fly through a gate or as you fly through the woods. You are able to be fully immersed in this flying experience. It almost feels like you're flying even though you're sitting on the ground safe. The drone is flying but your eyes are up there in the sky, and it's just such a wonderful experience, and I do believe that everyone needs to try this at least once in their life to just decide for themselves if this is something that they want to do, because a lot of people don't even know that this exists. So I just hope that you would get a chance to see this one day and maybe even consider getting into the hobby. Now, what a lot of people do is they build their own drones. So they buy the raw components online, like the motors, the electronic speed controllers, the flight controllers, the radios, receivers. They buy all these components, put them together, program the drone so that it flies exactly how they want it to fly, or they can upgrade components later on because they know how the thing was built, so they can repair it if they need to, or they can upgrade it if they need to, if they want more performance later. Now, if that's not for you and you're not interested in basically creating a drone from scratch, you can actually buy something pre-built. People like Eachine create something like the Wizard. The Eachine Wizard is a very popular drone. It's very good for the price and it performs relatively well compared to all the other drones that you can buy on the market. Now, a few other examples are the Immersion RC Vortex or the TBS Vendetta, which cost around $500, and it's also a great value for the price because you get very good components, you get premium build quality. The components have been chosen very specifically for their performance and their weight ratios, their efficiencies and whatnot, and these drones are actually built very well. You can crash them as much as you want and you would have a hard time actually breaking them. They're very durable, so in the long run they will actually last you a very long time. Now, if you do decide to build your own racer, something like this actually is an example of one. This is one that I built, and the components I'm running on this are the Emax MT 2204 motors. Although I bought these on eBay, these are off-branded motors. They don't actually have the Emax branding on them, but they're still made from the same manufacturer as far as I can tell. I'm running Emax 12 amp ESCs with BL Heli. I have a Naze 32 Rev 5 flight controller. It's not the best, but I didn't know it at the time, so I bought this one on a recommendation. If I knew that there were other flight controllers out there that are much better, I would have bought that, but I hope you do your research, you do more research than I did when I was first getting into the hobby, and save yourself some money and buy the best components you can possibly buy with the budget that you're setting for yourself. A few more things you need to keep in mind are that if you choose to go the DIY route, you will have to buy your own radios. This is a FlySky radio, FlySky, what is this, FS-T6. I bought this for $30 off eBay as well. You will need batteries, Florians. These are my Florian 2200 milliamp hours. This is a 3-cell battery. I haven't gone into 4-cell yet. I don't think I'm ready for that, but for now these work just fine. Now, if you hope to stay in the air longer than 5 minutes, you will need to purchase a charger. This is a Sky RC E3. I did a review on this, so if you want to check it out, here's the link. Now, if you wanted to be more serious in FPV and you didn't want to just fly line of sight and you actually wanted to have your eyes in the sky, you would need to buy FPV goggles, you would need to buy an FPV transmitter and a board cam. Runcam is an example of a manufacturer that creates these board cams, although there are other unbranded companies that you can buy from to save price, but for the most part, most FPV pilots use Runcams, Runcam Swifts, Runcam Eagles, anything Runcam they trust and they know to be of good quality, good build, and they produce a really sharp image on your FPV goggles. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and share this video with a friend if you think they'll find it useful. Subscribe to this channel over here, subscribe to my channel if you're here. My name is Chum, and I will see you again next time.